Hello and welcome to the Maharashtra Brief, where we get you all the top stories from Mumbai and Maharashtra on NDTV's YouTube platform. If you're looking for news from Mumbai and Maharashtra, this is what you should be watching. Now, tonight on the show, we are looking at two of the top stories from Maharashtra. One is, of course, the protests of resident doctors against the death of a woman doctor in Satara has intensified. Protests were held at several hospitals, including the Nair Hospital in Mumbai. And of course, this is one of the top stories as the protests are also expected to intensify further in the coming days. Also on the show, Shiv Sena UBT chief Uddhav Thackeray announces what he calls a Daga Bazre tour. Now, he will, of course, tour areas of Marathwada and the neighboring district of Solapur, where farmers have suffered crop damage. And the tour is a part of his party's strategy to draw attention to the plight of farmers. And of course, the Shiv Sena UBT accuses the government of not doing enough for farmers. So that's all that we are covering on the show. Let's take a look at the headlines. Protests by junior doctors in Maharashtra intensify as they protest against the death of a woman doctor in Satara. Shiv Sena UBT chief Uddhav Thackeray announces a Daga Bazre tour. He will meet farmers in Marathwada and Solapur who have been affected by the recent floods and are facing crop damage. Let's now move on to our top story, which is, of course, the intensifying protests of resident doctors in Maharashtra who have decided to further intensify their protest if the government does not look into their demands, which includes better work hours and also security and all of that. But in, of course, all of this, what we've also seen is that OPD services at several hospitals, including state-run hospitals, is where this continuing protest by doctors could actually have an impact on. And in fact, my colleague Anuj Rayate has more on this story.
The case of Phaltan, which unfolded just a few weeks ago, is still making a lot of noise, and as a result of that, there are several medical association and that of residential doctors, which are holding statewide agitation starting from today. I'm standing outside Nair Hospital, where I've got a few representatives from the hospital. Let us try and talk to them about what exactly is the nature of this protest. Firstly, introduce yourself and let me know what exactly is the intent behind holding a statewide protest today.
Myself, Dr. Digvijay Jadhav. I am President Nair Mart and Vice President BMC Mart. Today, multiple medical organizations have gathered here. It's been 12 days. Tragic death has happened. Tragic death of medical officer of Phaltan. And since then, we have demanded 4 main demands from the state government, as the victim was the servant, government servant, and that is why we have demanded 4 basic demands from the government. And since then, there is no reply from the government or no concrete solutions was made, and that is why we are protesting here. And it is a statewide protest in which all the resident doctors are participating. And today we are boycotting the OPD services. And from tomorrow onwards, if government don't reply to our questions and don't fulfill our demands, then we'll be forced to go on a complete protest to suspend all the elective services, including OPD. However, the emergency services will run smoothly.
All right, help me understand this, that, earlier as well, when the rape case in Kolkata happened, several hospitals and MARD associations here in Mumbai held protests. Where do you want to take this? Or what is going to be the measure of success of these protests in long term?
Actually, when you think about the medical services in India, pan-India I'm saying, it is not a concrete solution for the problems of doctors. Doctors are, every another day, doctors are being beaten by the relatives, angry, or any people who are in power. Doctors are doctors are being threatened multiple times, and it is a very chronic conditions that we are facing, and that is why we are doing this agitation. Earlier, in case of Arjikar case also, we protested this and demanded a concrete solution on the problems of doctors and the safety of doctors. If we are serving the nation, then our safety is should be prime important.
Now to the second story on the show. That's, of course, Shiv Sena UBT chief Uddhav Thackeray's tour to Marathwada and Solapur. He's expected to meet farmers who've been affected by the recent floods and have faced crop damage. The Shiv Sena UBT accuses the government of not doing enough, and that's why they've called this tour the Dagabazre tour. And of course, Shiv Sena UBT chief is going to be in Marathwada and Solapur later this month. My colleague Abhishek Awasthi has more on this.
Uddhav Thackeray today took an important press conference and briefed about two important things. One was the farmers' issue, and second, vote theft. Most importantly, he pointed out that loan waiver committee that has been announced by the government that will be given time till 30th June 2026. Why so much time has been given to that? And more importantly, he also pointed out that he will be visiting Marathwada and meeting those farmers between 5 to 8th of November and actually reviewing the 32,000 crore package that has been dispersed by the government, whether it has reached to the farmers or not, and what is the current situation after the flood affected Marathwada is over there. And at the same time, talking about the issue of vote theft, he pointed out that his party will be coming up importantly with voter identification centers at respective Shiv Sena offices, Shiv Sena UBT offices, where the citizen can come and inquire about their voter ID, their name, other details. And he has made an appeal to all citizens to come out in large number and make sure that their name is there in the voter list and identify them in these offices of Shiv Sena Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray, especially known as Shakhas. Definitely. And he also took a dig at the BJP that if you admit to the fact that there are discrepancies in the voter list, then why don't you come along with us and protest against Election Commission and demand that until these are rectified, local body election should not take place in Maharashtra.
That's all we have on the show tonight. Thank you so much for watching. For all the latest news from Mumbai and Maharashtra, stay tuned to the Maharashtra Brief on NDTV's YouTube platform, where we bring you the latest from this part of the country. For all the latest news updates from India and across the world, stay tuned to NDTV. Thank you so much for watching.